I've always tried to be as transparent as I can on this channel. Of course, there are things that I like to keep private, but there are things that are important for me to share because they are also motivators for you guys and for me to actually make these videos in the first place. It's no secret that I have suffered in the past from quite dark depressions. I've learned to deal with it better now, and there was a time where things nearly actually got out of hand. This is, as you know, when I thought I had lost all hope, and in a rare moment of clarity, of lucidity, that I decided to pull out my credit card and do the Transcendental Meditation course, which was quite expensive. So, first I would like to say that I'm not a doctor and I'm not a psychologist. The reason why I do feel so qualified to talk about depression, stress and anxiety is because I have suffered from these diseases myself. And yes, I use the word diseases because this is what they are. Depression and sadness and loneliness and anxiety are the highest causes of death in the Western world. We might be more advanced than ever in medicine and in technology, but we're also more stressed than ever. One thing that happens when we are suffering from depression is that unshakable belief that things cannot possibly get better. We lose logic, we lose reason, and this is why I'm here today, to tell you that whatever you might feel or think, know that things will get better, know that you can feel better, know that you're not alone, and that, as they say, this too shall pass. Again, I know it's hard to imagine the light at the end of the tunnel, but you are watching this video, which means that even if you don't see it yet, the light is right there on the next turn. Know that you can feel better, know that there is a part of you that may be lost at the moment that wants to feel better. You also should know that feeling better does require some effort, and that getting out of depression can be harder for some than for others. That is a fact. But know also that getting out of depression doesn't in any way mean that you are less sensitive or that your feelings aren't as strong as when you feel miserable. I know this feeling all too well, especially if you're an artist or musician and a creative person. We're led to believe that pain creates beauty, and it is sometimes true, but joy creates just as much beauty, if not more. You need to experience true joy to believe it. So you really need to understand that you can indeed get better, and that getting better and feeling better and finding joy is really, really awesome. It sounds stupid when I hear myself say it out loud, but if you suffer from depression, I'm sure that you know what I mean. The biggest step to take is to know and want to feel better. The biggest trap of depression is to forget or to not believe that you can get better. And the more you believe that, the more you get this sense of helplessness, of hopelessness, that strong fake belief. And so remember that famous quote from Henry Ford, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. What do you think? Can you get better? Are you ready to open your mind and to let me show you some very easy tools and techniques and strategies for you to get better? Are you ready to start believing that joy is much more powerful than depression and misery? Are you ready to get it in your head that being happy doesn't mean you are a sellout? Isn't it crazy that somewhere along the way being depressed, being miserable becomes some sort of a cause? Oftentimes, when we are struggling with depression, we get this fixed mindset that says, I am depressed. Maybe you had a shitty upbringing, or your parents were depressed or absent, and you were genetically unlucky, or this or that happened to you, an event, and you immediately went from event to outcome, believing that this is who you are meant to be. I work as a life coach now, and I am very fortunate to have more and more students thanks to this YouTube channel, and thanks for you guys for watching. And 99% of the people I work with that struggle with depression start with the same belief. Depression is part of who they are for X reason. Depression is part of their identity. Depressed is who they are, and although they are not happy about it, otherwise they wouldn't contact me and spend money and get sessions with me, although they are not happy about it, they have accepted it and they have given up. Depression gives you helplessness, hopelessness, and everything we talked about before. It creates chemical reactions within your brain, blocks neurotransmitters that mess up with your ability to believe otherwise, messes with your reality. Well, I'm here to make you believe otherwise, and I am here to tell you and to help you believe that you can feel better. So let's do it together. I'm here to help, but you need to take the first step. And here's the exercise for the day. I want you to say it 5 times. I know I can feel better. Once you will say it out loud, preferably in front of a mirror. If you're listening to this on the podcast or with earphones and you're in public, then say it out loud anyway. People will just think you're on the phone, or maybe they'll think you're crazy, and that's perfectly fine. Then say it in the comments below, get some accountability. Then send me a message on Instagram @RafWriter and say, "Hi Raf, I know I can feel better." Then you can get it from our support group on Facebook. It's a safe little community. There's not a million people on there, and people are supportive. And I know that they will support you in this endeavor and get some more accountability. And last but not least, the hardest and the most powerful of all, tell it to someone you care about, a friend or someone in your family. I know I can feel better. And that is it for today. No more tools, no more strategies. Many will come in the future episodes, I promise. But I want to stay there on step number 1. Believe it, have faith that you can feel better and that with a little help you will. It was a pleasure spending a little bit of time with you today. It's a beautiful day outside, and talking about important things, it makes me happy. So please let me know in the comments section below what was your take on this episode, on this very first step. And if you've enjoyed it, please push the like button. And if you're interested in getting more content from me, then please do subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell so that you're alerted every time we post new content. We're going to continue on our meditation challenge, and we're preparing a little morning show for you. We're going to do more and more personal development videos, and also a lot of videos on anxiety and stress and depression, because this is something that I have myself struggled with a lot, and I can talk about it, and I know that you guys need it. Some of you need it also. So I'm going to continue doing that. Okay, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. See you soon. Bye.